This week was spring break, and some of my kids came in from out of town and grandkids, and we all decided it would be maybe interesting or nice to tour the San Antonio missions. There's 5 missions here in San Antonio, one being the Alamo. The other 4 are part of a national park. And so we drove to the first mission, Concepcion, and went in and checked it out and looked at it. It was really pretty. And then about half of the gang got on bicycles and rode down to the next mission while the other half got back in the vehicles and drove down. Anyway, it was an all day event to do the 4 missions, and we had a blast. All in all, everybody had a good time, even the little ones. No whimpering, no crying, no I'm tired, none of that. It was just a very, very pleasant day, and the weather was very nice, as you can see from the photos here. San Jose is the largest of the 4 missions, and it's the most fully restored. It's absolutely massive. It was a great tour. Uh, Both Concepcion and San Jose missions are still active churches and have practicing Mass. So that was kind of cool. We're not Catholic, but it was still a very, very interesting tour. And it was because it's a piece of Texas history. These go back to the 1700s. And it was just absolutely amazing. The architecture is really cool and ornate and pretty and as well preserved as it can be considering the time and situation. If any of you ever get a chance to visit San Antonio, I highly recommend taking this little tour. It'll only take a few hours. It took us all day because we were doing the bicycle thing, but it'll only take a few hours to do it, and it's just really well worth your while, especially if you like history of any kind. Mission San Juan is the least restored of the 4 missions, but it was still not without its actual beauty. It was quite rustic. They had the white building that you saw there. There was a small little church inside it. You can see that here. I'm not sure if they still hold mass there or not, but it was really quite pretty. And the rest of the premises were most of the walls are down, and of the buildings, there's a few remnants left, but it was, and this is what it would have looked like back in its day, but it was a very interesting tour. All in all, again, we all had a really good time, and it was just kind of pleasant to be out and about. The last one on the tour is Mission Espada, and it wasn't in much better shape than San Juan. Well, yeah, it kind of was. More of the walls were left intact, but there were some buildings that were really down, and you can see what it would have looked like back in its day as well. Several of the churches had these really large honey mesquite trees, and the kids enjoyed climbing in those. I thought it was kind of funny. Mission Espada does have an active church and includes even a rectory attached to the church where the priest lives that services the parish. Unfortunately, the church had just closed before we got there, so we were not able to go inside and take any pictures.